Alrighty, this is either a short-nosed or a spotted gar, not sure which, but it's probably going to taste the same either way. Now here's some of the things I use to clean them with. Minimally, all you need is a knife. I seen a guy clean one with only a knife one time. Dulled the crap out of his knife. I don't suggest it because gars got like armor. Like you can't scale a gar, it's like armor now, that ain't no joke. So anyways, I don't suggest that. Some people take a 10 snip and go all the way up the back, and that works, but I don't suggest that because then you got all them, all them scales touching each other in the back, and it's hard to weasel your knife in there, and they're just stabbing you and it's dulling your knife. That's aggravating too. So in my opinion, minimally, some of the best things, only two things you need is a set of pliers and a knife. That's what you can use. Now the rest of these just makes it a lot simpler, as you're fixing to find out. Now if you got somebody helping you, they can sit up here with a board and hold that head down and just push down like this. That's somewhat dangerous, but it's also effective too. But you want this head stationary to make it easier. So what I end up doing, get them kind of flat where I want them at. Take this and run it through their head, and I also try to make sure all my fish are dead before I start cleaning them. So the way this gar is dead, but the way you kill them, it's kind of like if y'all ever watch Swamp People or whatever it's called. Right behind this head plate, there's a spot right here, and if you just smack the crap out of that spot, I mean hit it hard, you'll kill him. He's out. So if he's alive, hit him really hard right here. If he's dead, don't worry about it. So anyways, I'm gonna take this, stick it right up on top of his head, run this through. Now he's gonna be setting put for me while I'm gonna go continue cleaning him. Now some people, instead of using a nail on the board, they'll take an old screwdriver and they'll grind it down to a point, almost like an ice pick, and just use strictly the ice pick. And that works too, but the reason I like a board right here is when you're chopping up his back, if you happen to miss or overshoot, it's just gonna hit a board instead of hitting that nail and messing your knife up. So I suggest a board. That's just the way I do it. Now, moving on to the back here. If it's a big enough gar, which this one ain't, if it's a big enough gar, I like to grab them right here and start chopping right up through here. You're trying to scalp this fish just about 1 inch wide in the back to get that out of your way. But you can start down here, but there really ain't no meat on a gar this little, so I start up here on this fin. Now as far as a set of pliers, these will work. It's minimal. The best thing you can get is some of those catfish skinning pliers. You can grab them like this, and if you can find some catfish skinning pliers that got a real thin bite on them, a real thin mouth, those work good for if you ever chop the scalp in two. You can reach back under there and pull up and then continue on going. You can't really do that with these. So the trick behind this is when you pick this up, you're not just holding up and you're not pulling this way, you're kind of pulling that way just a little bit. That keeps the fish straight and it keeps everything working good. And also you're pulling up just a little bit, so backing up just a little bit. So let's get on with it then. Obviously be careful and don't kill yourself. There we go. And you're just trying to go right up that back. That's all you're doing. All right, if you want that out of your way, just chop it, get out of your way. Okay, now you're done with this. Now it is knife work time. Now, right here where there ain't been too many loud vehicles, you're gonna notice there's this seam right in here between these scales. Now you can't cut the scales, but that seam right in between them, you can open that up like a zipper. See that? I mean, it's super easy to go in between the scales. So what you do is you come back here pretty good ways and just go in between the scales like that. Pretty simple stuff. Then you're trying to angle that knife kind of flat, and you're just making the same curvature that the body of this fish is. trying to hug them scales as close as you can. So just keep going through there like that. Just like so.
It's like one. Yes, it's like one.
Try to keep it open. When you go down, from here on out, it's pretty much going to be like taking the back straps out of a deer. I mean, this is real simple stuff. Follow that line, stay one side of the backbone. Just like so. And hopefully y'all can see just how pretty that meat is. Now some people say a gaur ain't fit to eat and say he's bony. Well, they're full of crap, because there is no bone in that whatsoever. That's just a pretty old fillet. So anyways, we're gonna lay that down. I'm gonna take this other side out. Go between them scales and just start coming up and opening them up. Just like I said, try to miss that backbone right there. And you're, as you normal, you're wanting to feel back, you're wanting to feel bone both directions. You're wanting to feel it right beside the knife, and you're wanting to feel it at the bottom of the knife. Like you want to feel the backbone, and you want to feel the backbone and feel the rib cage. That way you know you're getting as most meat out of it as you can. There you go. That's all there is to cleaning the gaur. Once you know what you're doing, it ain't that much work. But there it is. That is some good, clean, white meat. So either way, that's how you clean a gaur. Nothing fancy to it. That's the way I like to do it anyways. And here's what you're left with. When you're done, get your nail back, pull it out of his head. That's it. There's your waist right there. Now on a gaur that's big enough, you can actually get some belly meat out of it, but not a whole lot. But that's how you fillet a gaur. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that.